just because you are favored. Somebody shout, I am favored. The reason that you're going through so much hell is because you are favored. Look at somebody and say, I am favored. And because I'm favored, every plot, every scheme, every plan that the devil has will not work. Hallelujah. He might form a weapon, but it will not prosper because I am favored by God. Look at somebody and say, I am so favored that I have an instant praise. I don't have to have any music. I don't have to be in church. I can be in my home, and the Spirit of the living God will fall all over me because I am favored. He's blessing me right now. As in the seed that I am planting will come back to me 100-fold. I will see it before we meet again on Sunday. He is going to open up doors and open up ways for me because I am favored. Touch somebody besides you. I might bust loose with the praise now because I am favored. I might just holler where I'm standing right now because I am favored. My home is favored. My job is favored. My business is favored. Somebody shout hallelujah. There was a young lady a moment ago who came to me and she told me that her business was going through some problems and the finances were not coming in like they were. And she said the Lord told her that you ought to sow into Bishop's life $50 a week. Over the last 3 weeks, she's been walking up to me, giving me $50. She stood over me and whispered in my ear a little while ago. She said, my business has increased $3,000 a week because she is favored. Somebody just give God's name a stupid praise and just say, I'm favored. Hallelujah. I am favored. I'm favored. Everything gonna work out for me. God's gonna connect me with the right people. I'm gonna meet the right bankers. I'm gonna meet the right fund. I'm gonna meet somebody that's gonna show me how to write my business plan. I'm gonna meet somebody that's gonna take my business plan and put it in the hands of people that can do something with the ideas in my head. And it will not be long before they tell me to find a building, before they tell me to get ready to have employees. It will not be long now before they tell me what to do to put everything in the building that I'm dreaming about, because they know God's going to bless me because I am favored. Let's take about 3 seconds, 30 seconds to give God's name a praise break. Somebody in here magnify him. Now I want you to give God praise that get on the devil's nerves. I want you to give God's name the praise that makes the devil mad. I didn't come in here for nothing. I was not born just to merely survive. I'm going to thrive. We're going to try to move on. Watch it. I got something I want to tell you. I got something I want to tell you. You've been through a whole lot of changes in your life. Let me see the hands of people that's been through a whole lot of changes. That means you've been through them. If you've been through them, you are a survivor. You misunderstood something. You thought that you got saved and everything was going to be fine and wonderful, but then all of a sudden, people start targeting you. They start talking about you. They try to assassinate your character. You know what? Because you have been targeted. You have been targeted. It's all right to be a target. Because a target begins to rise high. Everybody sees the target, but look at somebody and say, I may be a target, but I will never be a victim. The devil will not win this one. I know the devil is defeated. I got a praise that'll defeat the devil. I got a praise right now. Tell your neighbor, I got a praise right now. I got to shout. I got to holler. Back up the devil right now. And if you push me, I'll bust loose. If you push me, I'm determined to be successful. Watch it. Let me give you a couple of little points, and then I'm getting out of your way. Hallelujah. Now, I'm going to kind of walk through the scripture. Just a minute, and I'm going to be through with you. The Bible said the angel showed up. The angel said, the angel said, hail. In other words, it was a greeting. But see, there's a different connotation, Jason, behind the particular word. It means to rejoice. The angel showed up where Mary was and told her to rejoice. Isn't that an amazing thing? That no matter what she was dealing with, he said, rejoice. She should have rejoiced anyway because it was Gabriel who just came from God. I came back here to let you understand that before God can move in your life now, you need to learn how to rejoice in an instant. You don't need any music to bust loose with your praise. You just know how to give God's name the glory no matter what goes on in your life. You need to know how to rejoice. So he shows up. The first thing he says was rejoice. Look at your neighbor. You need to know how to rejoice. After the greeting, he came and he graced you. I'm going to tell you something. We talk about that word, blessed and highly favored. Isn't that an amazing thing? Blessed and highly favored. He said there are highly favored. The word highly favored means that I have been made and accepted. That means God took me where I was. He sent me through some things to make me who he wants me to be. I had to go through some hell and some high water. I had to be talked about because God had to work on my insecurities. So he allowed people to talk about me. You might think that talking about me would make it worse, but when they talked about me, I had to really find out who I really was. And nobody could tell me who I was but the one who made me. I had to find out who I was. I had to find out who he said that I was. He told me I was fearfully and wonderfully made. In other words, he had to make me and shape me. He had to take some folk away from me. He had to add some people to my life. He had to let me go through some changes. I had to be talked about, ostracized, criticized, everything you can think of, because that talking about and that ostracizing, it made me stand up. It made me not want to retaliate. I wanted to say something back, but when they got through talking about me, I didn't have nothing else to say. They would look at me and say, what do you think about people saying what they say about you? I can't do nothing about what they say. It's what God is doing to make me who he wants me to be. He wants me to shut up and stand still and see his salvation. So they keep on talking, but every time they talk, I get elevated. Every time they say something negative, he adds a positive. Every time they try to bring me down, he lifts me a little bit higher because he's trying to do something to me in my life. He allows me to bump my head. He allows me to be embarrassed because he wants me to go to him. I can't go to you or to you or to you. But God said, I want you to come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden. I was going through a lot of changes, but he was just making me. Turn to your neighbors and he was just making me. He had to make me into what he wanted me to be. First of all, I had to realize that I was not who God wanted me to be.